guess the first one of these I'm going for is the new core. No, I don't want the new core. I'm going to regret this, but no, I'm not taking the new core. Okay, just going to smack this really quickly. You could barely see for a second there. This was, in fact, the bow. Pausing that footage really quickly to kind of explain this. There it is, the Kuva Bramma. The reason I did that so quickly there is because, as you can see, already downed Kuva Lichling, and there's the weapon. They will only stay down for 30 seconds, and then they will disappear. Which means that I was approaching that 30-second limit really quickly because I obviously had to stop playing to open the program to record because I'd closed it from earlier and paused the music that I had playing in the background, and then I could start recording. So I probably came very close to losing that. Taking a look. Come on. Oh, it's only 46%. It'll do. But the new bow being held really poorly. None of my previous things have worn out, so they are all still good. Oh, I am weirdly looking forward to trying this bow out. Don't you just love it when you get all three Requiems? You end up not having the last one and you ragdoll down a hill and end up stuck for probably just under half of the remaining mission. Time to find out if this will work or not. Come on. Yes, okay. I have this completed. I only have one left. It is installed, but we're about to lose this mission. So, luckily, the other player is taking him out fairly quickly. I will slow him the hell down. Stop them from taking that out. Finish you off. And now, I'm sorry, but you have to go away. Ha ha ha. Give me your weapon. Please work. Okay. Don't press a button. That's also not me, but never mind. That's the Celestial Twin. Vanquish. Give me your weapon. I was going to hold down A. This mission is seconds away from failure. Okay, what happens if you fail a mission after doing this? If I lose this for that reason, I am going to be super miffed. But we're back here. There's 3 waves left. We've got this. We've got this. It's fine. And there it is, all ready to just claim it as my own. The Kuva Bramma, spinning around, looking all weirdly lovely. I mean, look at it. It's not a case of this thing is an amazing weapon or anything like that. I have no idea. There is very little information around about it yet. There will be by the time the video is out, because these things take 5 forma to max out. But sadly, it's going to end up with fire on it. I realised upon getting it, it's toxin that I wanted, not fire. But now means it's time to claim this. Which means no more spinning round lens Kuva based thing on here, because yes, rather than just adding new weapons into the marketplace, they've hidden them behind the Kuva system. This is the 4th such weapon. And where are you? Okay, so straight off, primary does have a charge rate, of course. This is expected. It is a bow. It does have more secondary radial attack, bigger range, damage and everything else than what I'm currently using, so all in all not looking too bad. It's the quiver. That thing looks really nice, and the only way to actually see it is to... That's still the wrong one. It's Sandana, thank you very much. Take the Sandana off, go back, and now you can see it. I like the fact it has the same kind of glow. You can see the explosive bolts sitting out of the bottom of the quiver with the tops there, and oh, I like the idle animation actually. Okay, I really like that idle animation. There is only one weapon I want to really compare this to, and it's the lens, which has more crit chance, less damage. Okay, this is better. I'm not really sure why... Oh, the embedded delay is bigger. But this doesn't have the delay, it has just the radial attack that Kuva weapons have. So instantly, even though the lens has more of a crit chance, this has more of a everything else. It does 3 or 4 times the damage. It's got 839 blast versus the 660 the lens does. It also has that fire and everything else on top of these stats. It also has a bigger status chance, that just making this thing absolutely insanely useful. Though, being a Kuva based weapon, you do have to form it 5 times, as I mentioned before. Where honestly, I'm not going to go on about builds or anything else here, because if you want to build it for crit, 87.5% crit chance, you can of course run Argon Scope instead of Point Strike, but again, I've had this argument many times, Point Strike is a guaranteed 150% crit chance for every round. Argon Scope is on headshot plus 135% crit chance for 9 seconds. You can back it up with that, giving it a completely insane crit chance. Same goes for bladed rounds. On kill, yeah, that I will probably end up putting in here with Vital Sense, which gave it a 4.6 times crit multiplier. But being only 21% status chance, you cannot fully build this for status anyway. You can add a little bit of a status combo with maybe 2 elemental mods. I can actually just take that off and take that off. It will lower the crit chance because that doesn't have crit chance on it. It will still take it to 69.2%, so running dual stat elemental mods will work. For those wondering why Split Chamber is in here, well, if I take this out for absolutely anything, if you watch the status chance, it does in fact go down if you take Split Chance out. Split Chamber out, it will decrease the status chance. The biggest complaint about this simply comes to the fact that, ignoring the fact I'm using the heart arrows, when it hits something, it's not going to hit the ceiling, is it? There you go. You can see detonated again, and all of these things coming off it will detonate upon hitting something. Obviously nothing to hit, so not exactly detonating, but if we go back and shoot the door behind us, that's a weird effect. And there's multi-shot kicking in. Boom! This is people's biggest problem with it. Secondary explosions all the way around. These little ones, because you can see the canister coming off it and bouncing around, these will, well, you can live through them. The little explosions. There goes another, more. It's like a mortar when you shoot it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Nope, missed. Oh no, I didn't. I knocked them over. Gone. Have not dealt any damage to these two. Gone. 170 level heavy gunners. One shot. Because of the fact that it just does that. This is what Kuva weapons were built to be. Insanely powerful. Not overpowerful, because the bad side of using this is you will end up killing yourself with it. You still need to take a good secondary for close range stuff. Melee as well. But for range, wow, this thing actually took me by surprise on how good this thing actually ended up being. It is more of a mortar firer than an actual bow, which is one of the reasons I would still go back to using the Cernos, because it's silent. This is not a silent weapon, it is an alarming weapon, so be careful of that. If you try to stealth with this, it doesn't work. It is an alarming weapon because it has a huge explosion to it. But anyway, this is a great weapon. I am enjoying this maybe a bit too much. Dare I say, the shadu was good, this is better. And easier to get than the shadu is, to be honest. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.